Hey, what's up, everybody? Today, I want to discuss value. I want to talk about what your value is and just try to give a little bit of light to some of y'all's thought process, because I know right now there's a lot of y'all struggling and you're having a tough time and you don't know how to get from one thing to the next. So I want to just kind of give you some points and principles. And the reason why I want to do that is because it kind of dawned on me today. I saw a little sign and it was talking about, is your take-home pay enough to take you home? And I kind of, chuckled about it for a moment, but then I started thinking, like, what you're making right now, is that enough to sustain the life that you want to have? And almost everybody's answer right now is probably no. You're working and you're not getting the true value that you are worth. Therefore, you're stuck in a situation that you can't get out of. And a lot of you are wanting to do something different, and you probably are doing something behind the scenes and you're working all these extra hours, which are great, but you also have to understand how much your value, time, energy, resources are, and how you can achieve those things. So this right here is just kind of breaking it down for you real quick, because if you understand this, it might kind of be like a light bulb for you, and then you can start making changes and start taking actions. I talked a few videos back about action taking and having a specific or an intent for the action that you're taking. Well, this is part of it, because if you don't understand this concept, then you're gonna have troubles along the way, which will probably result in bad business decisions or undercharging for some of your service products or anything like that. So we gotta understand what value is first. So today with value, if you are, we'll just do simple math right now. If you're a person who says that your value is worth $100 right now, are you making $100 per hour with the stuff that you're doing? More than likely, most of you aren't. And if you're not, then think about what it is costing you to do that, to be in your current state. How long are you going to stay making negative amount of money per hour, per day, per week, per pay period, per, however long that is? So this is what I want to do. I want to break it down for you. We're going to use easy math. The first thing is, you're at a company, you're at a job, and that business makes $2,000 per day. Okay, that's the total amount of income that you make, or that the business makes. Let's subtract, for all the overhead expenses and everything it takes to run that business, let's subtract $1,000 for the cost to run the business. Right now, left with $1,000 that is a daily net amount. Okay, let's just take your current position as well. Let's say that you have 5 employees that also work in the same thing, same field and everything like that, making the exact same amount. Now, in order for the business to run, the employees are key. I mean, in this particular scenario, the employees are the assets, all right, because they are contributing to make the whole business $2,000. Without them, the business doesn't make the $2,000. So y'all are valuable. This is where your value comes from. So each of y'all, if you divide it up by your work share, you're making $200, or you're contributing $200 each. Let's say you work a regular 8-hour work week. That leaves $25 per hour that you're supposed to be worth, okay? Now, the boss pays you $10 an hour though, because that's what you settled on. So this is you, $10 an hour, while the boss made $15 an hour off of the work that you did. So before I even hone in and just dive into that particular point, right now, this is where you want to get to. You want to be the boss. So you want to do things that are boss-like. You want to become and do all the stuff necessary to get to this point so you can have that. But for your sake right now, we are here. So what I want you to understand is that right now, if your value and worth is $25 an hour and you're only making $10 an hour, you are currently losing $15 per hour. You're not making $10 an hour. You're making negative $15 per hour. So if you think about how much you're making per hour, per week, per pay cycle, you're making a lot less money. Now, if you're making a lot less money, guess what? You're not able to take home the take home that you need to go to the home that you want to be in. So that's kind of the whole thought process I had. I'm like, if my take home pay is not allowing me to take home, what am I doing? And this is what most of y'all are doing. You're not making $10 an hour, you're making negative $15 an hour. So this right here is just kind of an eye opener that you want to take into consideration, so now you can make better decisions. So ultimately, again, you want to get to being the boss so you can have that, but we want to more importantly get you to where you're making what your value is, because everybody's value is worth something, and you shouldn't have to settle for something else because of comfortability, because of being scared, because of that's what you settled on, because somebody told you this and that's what you worked on. Like, no, you should actually find out what your value is and go and achieve that. So what I'm going to be doing is, there is something that's going to be coming out for me pretty soon. I've been working on this for quite a while, but this is going to take you from point A to point B as far as getting to where you want to be, so you can become this, so you can actually get your value. I'm going to be doing coaching and giving some of my business principles, so you can start doing the things that you're currently doing in your current job, so you can get out of that job, so you can now be where you want to be and get the freedom that you want. So all this is going to be coming soon. So I just want you to kind of follow along the stuff that I have for the next few weeks, and you'll be able to see how easy this is to take you from your current thing to get you out of being paid negative $15 an hour and actually get your full value. So just check me out, follow me, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.